So we're here in Hainan. We came here a couple of days ago for a video game event. We've shot a video about that, haven't we, Ollie?
Yeah, we shot a video and it was a very good one, so make sure you go and check that out before watching this one. The card is up there.
Yeah. And basically, we have to be in Shanghai in another day or two. So rather than fly all the way back to Shenzhen and then up to Shanghai, we decided to come and check ourselves into this resort here. We're staying at the Hilton Resort and it's really nice. So we thought we'd have a walk around the grounds and discuss a topic which comes up quite a lot in our comments. And basically, we often get accused of that we're sort of working for the Chinese government, we're just producing propaganda, you know, it's all nefarious and it's really bad. And I find that very, very strange because, and I want to give you an example. So if we were in England, let's say for example the Lake District Tourist Authority, which is more than likely a government funded organisation, wanted to promote the Lake District to, you know, an international audience, to bring tourism into the country, there's a good chance they might, you know, enrol the services of some Russians, or, you know, depending on whatever country they want to target, they might try to find some nationals from those countries. They might also invite sort of YouTubers and social media personalities and people to cover events there in order to promote that. And it just seems, if we do this, as in me and Ollie, or other YouTubers or other social media people in China, we get labelled that it's all sort of bad and nefarious. And I just kind of wonder why that is.
Let's try our best to sort of dig into the reasons as why we think that is. Let's go this way.
Yeah, we'll go down this way. We'll head towards the beach. Yeah?
I really think it all stems down to the fact that people don't understand China. I think because of everybody who hasn't been here, their only perception about China is what they see on the media, which we won't go into, but as you all know, is very negative. It conjures up this belief that everything that happens in China is evil. You know, there's an evil ulterior motive to anything that comes out of China. And that, from our experience, is just not the case. And I think everything stems down to that belief that everything that comes out of China is evil.
Yeah, and I think it's like, you know, here, you know, we've done various things. We've done sort of things for the tourist boards here. We did Chongqing, and we had a massively good time there, you know, and we never told what we have to do or what we have to say, but we had a really good time. And we've done work for private companies, and it's like kind of strange that,
let's go,
you know,
carry on around the gardens.
You know, and we have been on ones that haven't been so good. You know, there's one particular one we went on where we kind of asked to sort of promote and endorse products that we didn't know much about, and, you know, we weren't sort of over enthusiastic about that. But what you do, you learn by that, and we won't do work potentially of that kind in the future. But I remember many instances where celebrities in the West have endorsed products that they don't even use as well, but yet not so much fuss is made about that. There was one where I remember a big celebrity was endorsing some Samsung products, and as part of that contract she had to do various tweets or Instagram posts, and it turns out she was posting from her iPhone.
I remember that.
You know,
yeah.
And it's just here that, you know, we get sort of bashed a little bit because it's in China, and I think it's a bit mad, really. I just find it bizarre.
Now, how can we actually sort of make a difference about this problem? How can we find a solution to allow people to understand China more? What do you think? I think just the best we can do personally is just to keep making these videos and talking about our experiences. And the longer we live here, the more credibility it gives us to talk about China.
Yeah.
As that's opposed to what some people may think. They may think that the more we live here, the less credibility we have because we're, you know, funded by the government and all this. But I think you just have to put your trust in people who have come to live here and people who are on the ground here talking about their experiences, and not certain people who talk about China who have never been here or who are no longer here. Everyone seems to think that they are, and there's a lot of people that seem to think they're experts on China when they've never been here because all they've consumed is the media.
Yeah,
Hold on, you need to be pointing, that camera's going to be the big camera, so that needs to be pointing forwards.
Or people have left some time ago, and you know, things change very quickly. China today isn't the China it was 3 years ago. It's not the China it was 10 years ago. It's not the China it was 20 years ago. You know, things evolve and change. So to sort of comment on somewhere that you may have been to a long time ago, you know, you have to appreciate that things change. But just getting back to the point of you know, doing sort of commercial activities here to promote things. You know, I really can't understand why people get it into their head that because it's here, it's a bad thing.
Well, I'm not going to lie, I would, if I'd never been here, I would think exactly the same as everyone else. And I think it takes, courage, for lack of a better word anyway, to admit that, because we are just a product of our environment and the media that we consume. So it was the same with I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but it's the same with masks and COVID. I think now, looking at people in England not wearing masks is stupid and ridiculous. But I know if I'd never come to China and experienced the culture and society here, I'd be exactly the same as them. So, you know, it's the lesson to learn is you can't make a true judgment about a country before you've actually been to live there. So anyone who's talking about China now and talking about our videos saying, oh, you're so evil because you're promoting this and that, the bottom line is they just don't understand, and it's just a lack of, it's just ignorance because they've never lived here.
That's a good point. I think because right now the Western media are so negative on China, that's the sort of thought that a lot of people have in their mind. So when they see videos that we do actually showing nice places and good things,
it challenges their narrative and makes them feel uncomfortable and thinks, especially, imagine a middle-aged person in England who's never really travelled outside the country to challenge their beliefs. It's challenging their beliefs. It's almost like challenging their religious beliefs.
Yeah, I think that's because as well, we are up against we're just a small YouTube channel. So when they see something from us and they see something from larger news channels like Sky News or the BBC.
And the same story on all of them.
Or ITN.
Then they've trusted for decades.
Yeah, so it's this issue that, and I think that's a big part of it. We are the one who is not to be trusted, even though some of those journalists on those big news networks have not even been to China or are not in China, and yet they will still have trust in those bigger networks.
Well, I think the issue with these news networks now is they're so riddled with political bias, whereas now it's the independent journalists, we could call ourselves independent journalists, really, that are the ones that are more trustworthy, because we have inbuilt political bias, but it's nowhere near what these news agencies are, because they're funded by different governments, so they have to do certain things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think as well now there's way less. If you look back in time, there's these big media outlets used to have reporters all over the world, so if anything happened they'd have a reporter on the ground there. That is happening less and less now because of costs. So what happens is one media outlet will get a piece of news and it'll be parroted and repeated by another 40 or 50, and no fact checking whatsoever will be done. So they potentially put out there news that is not true, and it's amplified massively, and of course a vast majority of people will believe that.
So just to sum up, the quick answer is not everything that comes out of China has a evil ulterior motive behind it, and we will try our best to show you that through our videos.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty positive people, you know. We could report on negative things in China, but that's not what we're about.
We have sometimes. Yeah. We have. That's not to say we never will, and we never have.
You know, but generally we're pretty positive people. There is a lot of good things here which people have no idea. I think you mentioned another walk and talk we did yesterday, which were on the beach, and like, you have never seen a beach be featured in a mainstream Western media in China.
No, never. I mean, I had friends that have messaged me when I've put pictures on Instagram and stuff of a beach. They're like, "What? I never even knew that was a part of China." And that just comes down to the fact that it's never been shown to them online. So
that was the same as me until I come here. I had no idea there was beaches in China. But
anyway, we will wrap this video up. That is our thoughts on this topic. It would be really interesting to get some discussion down in the comments. Let us know what you think, and you know, if you've ever let us know as well if you've ever been to China. If not, I would love to know if you're watching our videos and why, because I think that's really interesting. I never watched any videos about China before I came here, so I want to know your reasons why. Anyway, drop a like as well. It does help us out more than you know, and you can become a member by clicking that join button. Until next time, everybody, for now,
take care.